Oh, I'm wearing my pajama top. Hey guys, it's Kat and I'm back today to do the August update of my Team Project Pan. So this is a series that Hayley and I created where we all year long do a sort of rolling full face project pan. So you pick sort of one item from each category of makeup and skincare and hair care and nails, and then you focus on that to use it up. And then when you've used up that product, you roll in another one of the same category. So that's what this is. If you click on the hashtag, you can actually go to other people's videos who are doing the same project, which is really great. So that's a sort of fun way to discover new channels that are doing project pans. I like to click through sometimes, have a look. Some people are making really great progress, which is fantastic. If you're not sure what a project pan is, it's essentially a way to focus on the makeup or the beauty products in your collection and use them up. Now, I know that concept is quite foreign to a lot of people, and often when I do these videos, I get some people in the comments going, I just don't understand why you're doing this. If you've got a large collection of makeup or you've got an older collection of makeup, sometimes you just want to use up the products that are getting older or that you don't love, like love. You want to use them up so you're getting use out of it, you're getting value for money, and then you can move on to something else. So it's a really great way to focus your attention on a few products and try to use them up before you open up something else or buy something else. So yeah, it's a really great way to just actually start using things before they go off. All right, so like normal, I'm gonna start with the products that I used up since last time, then I'll go on to the products that I've made some decent progress on, and then the products that I've made little to no progress on at all. Now, I was actually going to delay doing this update because I thought I actually didn't make much progress, but looking back, I actually used up quite a lot of products and I don't know how that really happened. I'm gonna start with my face spray, my finishing spray, because I don't actually have it. I couldn't find the bottle anywhere, and what might have happened is I just accidentally threw it out. So last week I did do a bit of a clean out of recycles and stuff, and it might have gone in there, but I did finish it. So on the screen you can see the Pixi Milk sort of finishing spray, which I really loved. I used that up in 2 months. It was crazy. I really enjoyed it, and I used it up a few weeks ago. So what I've been focusing on instead, and what I'm introducing into my project pan this time around, is the MAC Fix Plus Pink Light. Now, what I did with this to make it a little bit more usable, because this had too much shimmer in it. You would shake it up and you would spray it on your face, and you would just have little speckles of shimmer. So what I actually did was I removed most of it. There's still a little bit left. You can see the pink shimmer in there, but there's only the smallest amount that settles down the bottom, which is fantastic. So what I ended up doing was I let it settle. I poured a lot of this out into a cup. I cleaned out the bottle. I got a funnel, put the liquid back in. So I actually had removed the vast majority of the shimmer. There was just way too much shimmer in there. Now, the amount of shimmer that's in there now is a nice amount. It's gives a bit of a glow to the face without giving that speckled, sparkly look. So I'm more than happy to use this now, but it's definitely one of my least favorite MAC Fix Plus products, and I really like this range. So I think the amount of shimmer they put in was just excessive, but it's very, very usable now with this small amount in there. So this is a nice product. You can see it's up to here. I will mark it and take a photo of it, and I'll check in next month and see how we go. Okay, I used up a concealer. So this is the Maybelline Master Conceal in 10 Fair. So this is definitely not my shade. It's very light, but I use this to lighten sort of summer foundations, and I used it up because we're in the middle of winter, so I'm at my fairest, so I have been using this quite a lot. Last time I checked in, it was at 9.94 grams, and now it's at 8.13 grams. So the 8.13 grams would just be the packaging, but you can see that it's pretty much, there's none left in there. All right, I just had to go change my memory card, so hopefully no footage was lost. But I was going to avoid putting in a concealer because all of my concealers that I've got open at the moment, which there's only 3 of them, I've opened them all in the last, no, I've got 4 actually, but I opened them all in the last few months. So they're not old, so I don't feel like I need to force using it up. But there was one that I'm like, this is going to be so good for project panning because it's so easy to mark that I really wanted to put it in there. So I put in the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and I've taken off the sponge to make it a little bit I just sort of squeeze this out, put it on a brush or a sponge, and put it on. And I think this is great because as you twist it, the little lever goes down and sucks the product up. So it's very, very easy to mark on the packaging where you're up to. So I'm not going to force this one too much. Like, I'm not going to be like, I have to use this up in 3 months because blank. I'm just going to use this organically and just mark it as I go because it's only been opened in the last, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks. So it's pretty fresh. All right, I used up my Hoola bronzer. So you'll see on the screen where I was up to last month. I was pretty much hit some major pan. What I ended up doing was just repressing it loosely into the middle of the pan. And because I pressed it quite loosely, it was very easy to work through and I used it up. So bronzer, done. So to replace that, I've decided to bring in an old limited edition MAC one. There was part of me that's like, I don't want to get rid of this because I really like the packaging. But then there's another part of me going, this is going to go off. You've had it for a very long time. May as well get use out of it and enjoy it. And it's a really good bronzer for this time of the year because it's quite pink toned. And as you can hopefully tell by the lighting that keeps going in and out, it is overcast and winter, so I'm at the fairest I am, and a sort of pinky toned bronzer works better than a sort of brown bronzer, if that makes sense. So this is by MAC. It's from, I don't even remember what this collection was, but it was limited edition and it has like little water droplets on it, which I really like. But this is the Extra Dimension Bronzer in Aphrodite Shell. So you can definitely see that it gives some definition and some color to the face without it looking too orangey or warm toned or brown, because right now I'm at my fairest, so sort of these sort of more pinky tones work a lot better. So I thought I'd use this now. And with this one, it did have a wave design that you can normally see on MAC's Extra Dimension sort of range, and that's been heavily worn down. So I have used this quite a lot, but it is sort of like a really firm product and it's sort of hard to pick up a lot of product. It's not very powdery, it's sort of really firmly pressed. So you pick up the smallest amount. I think this is going to last a while. Might even get to the stage where I get too tanned for this, where I'm like, I actually don't like the tone anymore, but we'll reassess that when we need to. All right, I'm very proud of myself. I used up my Colourpop lip gloss. So this is pretty much see-through. There's only a tiny, tiny amount down the bottom. I did get a little spatula and I dug out the stuff at the bottom, and I just, instead of actually having to dig it out each time, I scraped right down the bottom and I sort of smeared it on the side so then I can go in and grab the product like this. But it is pretty much completely used up. I'm very proud of myself. I don't think I've used a full lip gloss in the longest time. I use lip balms, but lip gloss, no, it never happened. So I'm very, very proud of this achievement. But last check-in, this was at 23.5 grams. It's now at 22.35, and I call that done. Like if I wanted to be really stingy, I can try to get as much as possible out, but I think I've done a very, very good job. And to replace it, I'm actually adding in a mini. Firstly, I really like this lip gloss. It's a Gen Nude Bare Minerals lip gloss. I think it's like a something lip lacquer. I don't know. I'll put the name in the description box if you want to know the full name of this. And the shade is Everything, but it's a mini that I got in Mecca Beauty Loop box, and it's a really, really beautiful color. I really enjoy using this, and because it's a little bit pink tone nude, I actually prefer it in winter. So I want to sort of use this up before I want more browny, sort of bronzy sort of nudes. But also right now, all my lip glosses are pretty much full or brand new, and I'm a little bit intimidated to get back into using a full one. I sort of want to tackle something a little bit more doable first and build up my confidence again, and then maybe after this I'll tackle a brand new one. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I did the same thing with the lipstick, so I used up my Lippie stick. So this is completely done. This is the shade Hotline, and I really liked this color, but funnily enough, as winter started progressing, this color no longer suited me very much. So it's more of a peachy, I'm just trying to scrape some off. It's more of a peachy nude, which suits me when I've got a little bit of more warmth to my skin. So a little bit more sort of yellow tones. Whereas lately I've been using this and I'm like, that does not look great. So I'm glad I've used it up, because it's probably the worst time to use this because it doesn't suit me as much, but it's done. And I was looking at different nude lipsticks to replace that with, and I found this guy, which is also a mini. This is from Shiseido, and for the same reason as the lip gloss, or same reasons, I want to use this. So it's just a little mini lipstick. It's a very sheer pinky toned nude. So it's there and it's quite sheer, and this is something that I don't usually reach for, but I think this would be quite nice in this kind of weather. So it's nice and hydrating. It sort of acts like a lip gloss but less sticky. I am wearing it today with the lip liner that I'll be talking about, so it pairs nicely with that. And once again, it's not panning a whole lipstick that's going to be very intimidating. It is hopefully semi-manageable, so that's what I'm going to be focusing on. All right, last product that I used up, there was quite a few, I'm very proud of myself. This cream, so this, I can't say the name, there we go, can you see that? That's the name of the product. But it's pretty much like a moisturizer that's like a barrier cream, as far as I'm aware, so people can use it on their face, on their hands, wherever. I was using this sort of on my hands. So if my hands were feeling dry, I was using this. Sometimes I found if I did my skincare and I didn't feel like I put enough sort of moisture on it and I go to sit on my computer, I'd be like, oh, I'll put another layer of this. So I use this sort of in different ways, but this is used up. It's completely done. Last time when I checked in, it was at 19.02 grams and now it's at 14.45 grams. So I used about 4.5 grams of it and I consider this done. So to replace that, I decided to go with a hand cream because I mainly use that as my hand cream at my computer. So the one that was closest to me was this one from Glass House. This is the Bora Bora. It's a hand cream with shea butter and argan oil, and it says that the fragrance is cilantro and orange zest, so it's coriander and orange zest. I really like it. There's something about it, just smells really green but really citrusy. So this is almost full, so there's no air in there, that is solid, so it's going to take me a while to use up, so this might be going until the end of the year. But I really like it. It's a nice sort of light hand cream. All right, onto products that I've seen some good progress on. I wanted to talk about the powder that I only introduced last month. Now, in my project pan this year and last year, I only focused on loose powders, and they take a very long time to use up. Prior to that, I used a lot of pressed powders, and I went through pressed powders really quickly. And I was like, why are these loose powders taking me 6 months, 8 months to use up? But I realized that it's loose powders. You get a lot of product in them. They go really far. So when I introduced this powder last month, it was virtually new. I'd used it a couple of times. There was a design on the pan, which hopefully you can see in the corner, that was only starting to wear away a little bit. Now look at it. Yeah, so pressed powder. I use it very fast. So I actually really like this powder. So this is from Mecca Max and it's the Banana Bake powder, and I just really like it. I think it works really nicely. It sets my under eyes nicely. It sets my makeup nicely. It's nice for touching up. As you can see, I've used it a lot. So I'm making some very good progress on this. And at the rate I'm going, I should probably use it up in the next couple of months, which is fab. All right, I've seen some decent progress on my perfume. So this is the Katy Perry Killer Queen something something. You'll see on the screen where I was up to before, which was sort of just around that rim. Now it's a bit below. I have used this most days, so I haven't actually been using it as fast as I expected it to because it's quite a light fragrance, so you can apply quite a lot of it. Let's give it a go. Okay, it's light but strong when you first put it on. But I think I should be able to use this up in the next couple of months. Progress on my body lotion. This is Jergens. Last month when I introduced it, it was up to here. Now, if I hold it up to the light, it's about there. So I should probably get, the next couple of months, I should use this up. All right, last month I went a bit crazy and I introduced 3 foundations. Now I've seen some good results on my Shuramira one. I did Marc this one. So last month it was up to that, Last month it was up to that mark and now it's down to there, and I use this to mix because it's too light for me. So today I'm mixing it with my Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation, which I'm also trying to pan because I've had this for going on 2 years now. It is old. I need to use it up. When I introduced that last month, it was 62.67 grams and now it's 56.58. So I've actually used quite a lot of it. I'm very proud of myself. I didn't see much difference. I was like, I know I'm using it, but I haven't really seen a difference in the tube. So I'm glad there's actually some difference there. Another one that I can't see how much I've used because this is really thick so it sticks to the sides is the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. All right, so I've used a lot less of that. So when I introduced it, it was 151.93 grams. The packaging's very heavy. It's made out of glass. Now it's 149.96. So I haven't used too much of that. I surprisingly do use it quite a lot. I don't know what the go is. Maybe I think I use sort of equal parts this and the Shiramura one. So I don't know. We'll keep at ya. All right, next products are the ones that I don't think I've seen much progress on, but I'm going to talk about them anyway. So the first one is this contour stick. It's a Smashbox contour stick. I don't know what it was up to last time I took a photo. I should have checked that, but the Smashbox on the logo, wait, hang on. Hopefully you can see where it's up to with the logo. So I've worn down that a little bit. Now last month I did make really good progress on this. I was talking about how I used it as a face contour with a stick foundation and that I've been using it less now that I used up the stick foundation. I've actually, to be honest, I've been savoring this. I really like using it to contour my jaw when I can be bothered, and it works really, really well, and I don't have any other product like this in my collection. So even though I was targeting it to use up, I've held back a little bit. So I haven't made as much progress as I did the month before, and I've sort of been doing that consciously. I do want to use this up, but at the same time, I don't want to force it, if that makes sense. I enjoy the effect that it has. I reckon once I use this up, I'll be buying something to replace it. So I'm just enjoying it. So I'm making small progress, but I'm okay with that. Same goes for my lip liner. This I really enjoy the effect of. I really love the color of it. Right now, it's like the perfect nude for winter for me. I'm using it today sort of under that lipstick because the lipstick's quite light. So this lip liner gives it a little bit more depth. I wouldn't have tried to put this in my project pan if the lip liner hadn't broken. So it's actually loose in the thing. And if it wasn't for that, I would have kept it because it's my perfect nude. So I'm going to have to find a dupe for this as soon as it's done. But I did look at it in the photo before and hopefully we can see the difference. So you can see where the Kylie logo is up to, and there's a photo on the screen that shows you that I probably sharpened this only a couple of times. So I made really good progress last month, but this month it's less progress because once again, I'm sort of savoring this. I really enjoy it. I really like the effect. When I wear it, I feel like I'm having a really good makeup day, so I'm sort of savoring it. With my brow pencil, I don't know what I'm up to. I do use this quite a lot, and I do think I actually made a lot of progress. All right, there we go. I think I'm going through this pretty quickly. I didn't think I was, but I think from memory, there was a lot more product in there. So I don't know. I don't know how quickly I'm making the progress, but I'm definitely making good progress. With my lip balm, so this is the Watermelon Lip Balm by Jam and Bread. This just stays at my computer, and I don't think I've made heaps and heaps of progress. There'll be the photo on the screen, but I use it. It gets a bit funky because I sometimes use it over a lip product, but I've been using it consistently. It's my only lip balm at my computer, and I sit at my computer for a very long time each day, so I do reach for this like at least once a day. All right, time for some things to weigh so we can see the progress. Firstly is my Bare Minerals Gen Nude eyeshadow primer. I've noticed I've got 2 Gen Nude products in this project pan right now. So I have been using that one every day when I'm wearing eyeshadows. It used to be at 12.69 grams last check-in. It's now at 12.29. So I haven't used too much, but it is a product that you use the smallest amount of. And one thing I did notice the other day is I'm starting to see, I don't know if you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'm starting to see some scrapes along the side. So I am starting to clear it out a little bit. I'm starting to see little scrapes along the side. With the primer that I introduced last month, so I've been using this once again most days. Sometimes I forget to use it, like today. I actually should have marked it because I can see that it's sort of up to here now, but I didn't. It was at 28.81 grams when I introduced it, and it's now at 21.97. So I have used quite a lot of it. This is only a 30 ml tube, so I'm gonna keep going. 3D Browtones from Benefit. So this is like the tinted defining brow gel. This is going to be one of those products that take all year to use up, and I'm fine with that. Last month that was 19.41 grams, and now it's at 19.3 grams. So slow and steady. My nail product, this I haven't used too much this month because when I've got bare nails like this, I do use it quite a few times. But I have literally worn a gel nail polish for the past 2 weeks. I took it off last night, so I don't think I used that too much. Actually, it was at 50.11 grams last time, and it's now at 48.36, whatever. So I have used quite a bit. Go me. I've just noticed that all my face products are MAC. So I've got bronzer, I've got highlighter and blush. So I'll update you on the highlighter and the blush. I've made not much progress from last month. So once again, there's a big dent in it. So it's MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. I really like it. I'm wearing it today. I was using a NARS highlighter a lot in the last month because I really like the tone of it. So this one I don't use every time. Prior to that, I was using this pretty much every day, but in the last month, I use this every other time, so the progress has slowed down a little bit. I do use this MAC blush in the shade Melba. I use this every day, and once again, this is showing no signs of wearing. I'm wearing it today. I love it. It's beautiful, but there's no dent in it, so that one is a lifer. My Colourpop gel liner in Swerve. I don't know if you can see, I'll show it zoomed in a bit. I'm slowly chipping away at it, but it is becoming harder and harder. I'm almost feeling like maybe at the next quarterly refresh, I might get rid of this and just actually completely get rid of it because it's drying out, and most times I use it, I need to rehydrate it, and it's a very slow progress. So hopefully you can see there that I've cleared away one side, but I still have quite a lot in the bottom of the other side. There we go. All right, onto the products that I've made no progress on, or very, very minimal progress that you can't see any difference whatsoever. Eyeliner, this is a mini from Marc Jacobs. This is the Highliner Gel Crayon in Blacker. And I'll show you, don't even bother like twisting it out and showing you where I'm at because I haven't used this. I don't think I've used this once in the last month. It's just sat in the bottom of the tub, my Project Pan tub, and I kind of forgot about it. I don't really use black on my waterline, which is where I tend to use these pencils. Occasionally I might cover my band or the lash glue with something like this, but I rarely reach for it. So it's very slow. And if I can get this done by the end of the year, I'm happy, but no progress yet. With my Kevin Murphy, this is a Shimmer Shine Mist. I've only used this once this month, so it's barely made any dent. I'm not going to make any mark because it'd be right under the other one, so I need to just force myself to use this more. It is a nice shine mist, so if I've applied too much dry shampoo, for example, I can put some of this on. It brings a little bit more shine back to my hair. So yeah, because I like the shine in the ends of my hair, and I like the dry shampoo in the roots of my hair because I get oily in the roots, dry on the ends. So there is a place for this in my routine. I just sort of sometimes forget to use it. Lastly, my NARS eyeshadow duo in Kalahari. Last month I did hit pan on this shade there, and I haven't really used it since. So I used it a lot in June, and in July I've just been using other stuff. I've been really digging browns, so if I have used this, it's maybe once and not enough to see any progress on. All right, so just as I'm about to conclude, the sun comes out. Fuck you, sun, how dare you. Anyway, so that is the sort of update on my Project Pan. I think this is check-in number 7 for the year. But it's like my 8th video. If you do want to see the playlist of my other videos, I'll list it in the description box along with all the products that were featured here. So even though there are some products I'm not making great progress on, it's nice to see that there was, what, 5 or 6 products that I did use up. I didn't actually realize that. I knew I used up the lip products. I was like, yes, I've used up the lip gloss and I've used up the lipstick. I totally forgot about the other ones, the concealer and the bronzer and the hand cream and the setting spray. Those are sort of things that I totally forgot that I used up. So well done me. I saw some progress and I've introduced some new stuff, which is good, and I will check back in a month. So let me know if you're doing a Project Pan and how you're going with it. And if you do want to check out other people doing this particular type of Project Pan, click on the hashtag and you'll see other videos that use the same hashtag. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.